Welcome back to my corner of the internet, guys. I am the Lucid Dream, and this one is going to take us to North Carolina for NC Tyrant Hunter. Now, this is the first video I've done on him, and I've had a couple of videos stashed away. I've tried to start a couple on him, but he's so ignorant sounding that it's a little hard to get through. So I have procrastinated and put it off. He's also kind of boring and repetitive, so we're going to get through this one. I think you might enjoy this. First and foremost, thank you to all of my channel members and subscribers. Without you, I would not be here. So as always, every day, thank you. Let's get into it.
Here, hopefully this windsock does the job. I'm out here at FedEx Shipping Center in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Going to see if they respect their right to record out here in public. So there's going to be a lot of wind noise too. I'll go ahead and road noise too. I'll go ahead and apologize for that. See if they respect their right. This is NC Tyrant Hunter. Take this opportunity to tell you guys about my other two channels. Jeff is here live and Tyrant Hunter News. How about checking those two channels out and subscribing and hit that notification bell. If you're not subscribed to NC Tyrant Hunter, this would be a great opportunity to hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss any uploads, new uploads, or when I go live. What?
Say good morning.
Yep.
Can I help you guys with something?
Did we ask for help?
No, I just, while you videotaping.
Right, then go back to work.
No, it's a private property.
It's private property where?
FedEx.
Yeah?
I need to know why you're here.
No, you don't.
Yeah?
You ain't my daddy. I don't talk to you. You're a stranger.
Okay.
My dad told me not to talk to strangers.
Okay. I was curious why you have cameras.
What do you usually do with cameras?
You film.
Yeah? Film, yeah?
Okay, what are you filming?
Okay. Huh?
What are you filming?
You right now.
Okay. May I ask why?
You can ask.
Okay.
I mean, I gotta tell you.
Okay. Alright.
Go back to work.
I am. Thank you.
Yep. That's how you do that. Alright,
So this massive waste of space is not only starting out the video on private property, obviously private property, but he's looking for tyranny at FedEx. Does he think because it says Fed that means it's government owned? Because it's not. It's a private business. You are on private property and you are a fucking moron. I also find it funny. He keeps putting up things like, make sure you watch till the end. I'm assuming his average view time is pretty low because people start the video, they see that ridiculous intro, they hear him talk, and then they click off. So he may be getting a view from it, but they're not watching the full video, which I find hilarious.
Can't hear you.
What's going on? We got a report. Y'all got into a little verbal altercation with somebody here.
Nope.
Said they asked you to leave. You told me had exchanged some words with them.
Sure.
Sure or no?
What altercation? Does talking consider is considered?
Well, they said you had a verbal altercation.
Altercation?
There was some
I
cursing going
don't
back and
remember
forth.
no altercation.
Okay. What y'all doing out here?
We got a couple of cameras.
Well, I see that.
Yeah, then should be self-explanatory.
Okay, so you don't want to explain to me what you're doing out here on their property?
No need.
Okay. Well, let me get with the guy that called, and if you're on their property and they want you to leave, you gotta leave. Alright?
First, they got to prove that it's their property.
Okay, so we're gonna go that route. I got you. Okay.
But we already know.
Okay. Can you lift that tailgate so I can get that tag food?
You been down there and get it, Hoss. I'm not doing your job for you.
Okay, well I need you to get off that tailgate for me.
How about
then.
no? How
Okay,
about
look.
you kiss my ass? How about that?
Okay. Stand up, put your arms behind your back for me.
For what?
Because you're delaying me from doing my job.
Delaying? How you can bend down to see
I'm
that
asking you to
tag.
step off the
You
tailgate
bend
so I
down
can
to
get the
see the
tag.
tag. I ain't got to do nothing. You're not my daddy.
Okay, sir. I'm asking you nicely.
You can ask
Next time
all
I'm
you
gonna
want.
tell you that I'm gonna
Tell
make
me
you.
what? Did I got to move off my truck?
Yes, sir. I'm trying
I
to
got to
get the
move
tag.
off my truck.
I need you to
This is
lift up
my
the tailgate
property.
for me.
You can bend down there to get it. It's been done many times.
Okay.
Many
like I
times.
said, step off the tailgate so I can get that tag.
Or what?
All right, come on.
Or what?
Come on.
What
Get up.
the fuck are you doing, man? Ow! You don't have to do all that.
My whole
How am I instructing all you got to do is bend down to get it. You're going to ask me to get off my truck.
3 times.
To get off my truck.
Yep.
2 questions. Why do all of these morons look like this? And secondly, you know, the back of that truck with all that weight on the tailgate, there's a good chance it was so low to the ground that officer was never getting that tag unless he got off in the first place, which is probably why he asked him to get off the back of the tailgate just so he could get the tag. You know, you want to be a dick, fine, but you're being a dick and you're being stupid at the same time. It's not a good combination.
How's that going to fly? You got to use 2, boss. Hey, boss. You got to use 2.
Whoa.
Dude, you're going to break my fucking arm. Jesus Christ, man. All I said is all you got to do is bend down to get it.
Okay, now that's not all you said.
That's exactly what I said.
Okay.
It's on camera.
Oh, it is on camera.
You got 4 of them right there. Ow! God! Ow! What the? He's got this right one so damn tight, dude. I can't. Oh my God! What are you doing, man? Loosen that right one up. I can't feel my fingers.
Walk with me.
Dude, are you serious? God damn.
So what's going on?
It's not moving, dude.
Nothing.
We're on a state
All you had
property
to do is
filming,
bend down, just like
and
everybody
that's all
else
we're
does.
doing.
Okay.
He,
I don't.
Freaking
I don't
killing
think
me,
he
dude.
realizes where the property lines
Ow!
are.
What the fuck are you doing? Ow! I can't. My damn, my wrist is about to. Dude, I'm telling you, man.
I got a
What are
map
you
that shows the
doing?
property lines,
Ow!
Okay.
and the property line is about where that stop sign is.
Ow! Would you freaking stop? God dang it! Ow, mother. Oh, I can't.
Because I know the
Ow!
Yeah.
Ow! God dang it!
And it's most people call it the easement, but it's not. It's
I need
state
a supervisor right here now. I need a supervisor.
just whatever we can see. We want to make sure that our rights are protected under the First Amendment to film and public. If we violate it, then we may take civil action
Do you have any ID on you?
and sue the city.
So in other words, you're basing all of this off of a map that says that this may or may not be FedEx property, which you haven't even confirmed. You're not out there trying to defend the First Amendment. You're not out there to protect any kind of civil liberties. You are out there fishing for lawsuits. You literally just said it. That is your end goal. You are hoping for a lawsuit. You are pathetic.
And FedEx. I've got 2 attorneys.
Okay, I can get my finger.
That's paid $2,500 to them Friday, and $1,000 to one a month bill.
Now you can do what I say first.
Yep.
That's how the law works, son.
Make sure that they understand that this is public property, and I've got the map to prove it.
No search or seizure. I don't consent. I don't consent. I don't consent.
Which one?
Illegally detained.
You want to do all that?
For nothing.
Do you have any ID on this?
No. And we don't have to ID unless we have done something wrong in North Carolina.
I mean, we're here. We have a right to get your information.
You have to, what do you need it for?
Just so that we may contact you, that's it.
But
nothing, you
that's
know.
not the law. The law is you have to suspect us of a crime, or we've been arrested.
I have people's ID when they're not doing any crime.
I know, but I'm serious. You don't really know that you don't have to ID in North Carolina?
Yes, unless you get pulled over.
All right.
Okay.
So these two are absolute morons. Big surprise. I don't think that shocks anybody. I looked up every single parcel on that block just to make sure there wasn't a single piece of land that was state or city owned. None of it is public. It is all privately owned. There is an LLC out of Connecticut. There is FedEx, who owns almost 9 acres. There are independent and private businesses. The area is zoned for heavy industrial, light industrial, and the entire FedEx complex is zoned as a manufacturing complex. None of that is public land. So even though we see him in front of FedEx in the beginning of the video, the most relevant property to the interaction is going to be the one where the truck is parked. Now that address is 161 Airport Road. Its special district is recreational, it is classified as commercial, and the property owner is Winstead Rentals Limited Partnership. The deed, which I'll throw up here on the screen, is under a capital management group out of Rocky Mount, North Carolina. This is not state property. This is 100% private property. Now, where the truck is parked is actually not owned by FedEx. However, they are still on private property. Now, I can't tell you if maybe FedEx has leased that part of the land from this capital management group, which is also a possibility. But what I can tell you for 100% certainty is that is not state property. They are in the wrong. Now, the only thing I can think of is these two are so stupid as to believe that if an easement is granted, that reverts the land to public ownership. And that is not true. So the definition of an easement in the state of North Carolina is a legal right allowing someone other than the landowner to use the land for a specific purpose. So in the photos, you do see there are utility markers. I'm assuming that is a gas or a water line. I don't know exactly what it is, but you see utility markers on the land. So there is very possibly an easement there. However, if there is an easement there for pedestrian traffic, it is meant for just that. It is meant for people to be able to walk in the absence of a sidewalk. It does not revert it to state property. It does not revert it to public property. It is still private property with the public granted the use of it to walk. That does not mean pull your fucking truck up on the grass, drop the tailgate, and waddle around with a camera until you provoke enough confrontation to have the police called on you so you can find some kind of basis to file a frivolous lawsuit and defraud the people of Fayetteville out of public funding. That is not what an easement is for. You are a disgrace.
And this is state property where we're standing.
Yeah.
And that's all we're doing. Okay. The officer...
yeah, I was going to ask you what happened with that situation. I
got it on video.
Uh-huh.
The guy that's with me was sitting on the trunk
Tailgate.
and on the tailgate, and the officer didn't want to bend down to get the tag, so he told him to get off of the trunk so that he could raise it to see the tag without having to bend over, and that's all that happened. And what's your name?
I appreciate that. Corporal Ellis. Let me contact my boss.
All right.
All right, guys, right here, there's no audio, but I am talking to the other deputies, and the deputies came to me and pulled me to a side, and I still got the cuffs on right here, but they in front, and they really, really loose, and there's 2 pair. They come up to me telling me, hey, man, I just wanted you to know that we would not have treated you like that, like the Hernandez did. And it's Hernandez, his badge number is 9461. They wanted me to make sure they got me by myself to tell me they wouldn't have done me like that. So, and I appreciate them doing that. Now, is it true? I'm saying it is, because if it wasn't for these other 2 deputies Hernandez would have probably slammed me to the ground. He would have left the cuffs on exactly like he put them on. And he put them on, and he squeezed both of them with both his hands to tighten them up so tight that I lost feeling in my arm and my fingers. And right here, when they walk away, I'm talking to Hernandez, telling him what kind of piece of shit.
I don't know if the state of North Carolina would have survived the shockwave from this man being slammed to the ground. So it's probably a good thing he didn't. But I don't know that I believe a single word that he's saying. Frauditors lie. He lies. He's an asshole. He was wrong. He was on private property. We have the deed to prove it. That is not state property. They are just too stupid to do any research. So no, I don't particularly feel sorry for him. You want to act like a dick, you get treated like a dick. That's all there is to it. Especially knowing they are intentionally fishing for lawsuits to defraud the public out of funding. Especially knowing they are intentionally fishing for lawsuits to defraud the public out of public funds. I find them absolutely despicable.
And what kind of piece of shit he is. What kind of tyrant piece of shit he is, right? And he's telling me, don't talk to me. I'm like, dude, I done told you once, you're not my daddy. You don't have no control over me. I don't have to listen to you. So get that through your damn thick skull. You are not boss of me until I break the law. Now, he kept saying, he kept snickering at me. And I'm like, well, I'll tell you one thing that's going to happen too. These cuffs are coming off. And he snickered at me, you know, and then rolled his eyes, right? And I'm like, you just watch and see. And I said, you lucky, you're gonna be very lucky if you still got your job in the next couple of days. And the whole time I'm telling him all that, here I am. I asked him if I could sit down too, and he said no. So,
big shocker on this one. Officer Hernandez is still employed.
The supervisor comes over there in a minute and tells him to take the cuffs off, and then I go over there and sit on the tailgate, and that's when I'll go live. But I just thought I'd throw some audio in here for you guys, let you know, because the audio didn't pick up, because we probably, and right here my back's hurting, and my knees, I mean, you know, my feet, I usually don't stand up that long. That's why I park so close, because I'm disabled. I got to sit down on my tailgate. Anyway, so the supervisor comes over here in just a little bit and tells him to take the cuffs off and that I can go get my stuff off of the hooded Tyrant Hernandez's car. And that's when I go live. And I'll put the live in here in just a minute too, so you guys can hear a little bit of that. Thank you guys for all the support. I appreciate you guys. Make sure y'all hit the thumbs up and subscribe to my other 2 channels. Jeff is here live and Tyrant Hunter News, and hit that bell. Thanks a lot, guys. I just got detained. I was just in handcuffs, guys. I was just in handcuffs. They just took me out of handcuffs. That guy right there, that guy getting in there, I forgot his name, but I'll get it. That's a freaking tyrant right there. Dude, look. Hang on. Look at that.
We're going to cut the video here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I am going to point out that, you know, him showing off his war wounds. High blood pressure and water retention can cause imprints in the skin to last much longer than they normally would. And this is a big boy. This is a big boy. So I'm assuming there's a lot of water retention and a lot of high blood pressure going on. I do not think that it required screaming like a little girl with the cuffs being put on, but then maybe that's just me. Have a great night, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I will catch you on the next one.